Velocity TV begins now.
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Full Velocity Racing Network live tonight from the Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. Yes, I am home, baby. Welcome aboard here tonight with the Phil and Jack Attack live via YouTube this tonight. A YouTube exclusive for Full Velocity Racing Network tonight. And great to have you all aboard. The STR versus Hobo Racing Modified Challenge round number 2. We saw these gentlemen come together here a few weeks ago and had a great event going on, and now we're back to it tonight here for 120 laps around. Great to have you aboard, but we're going to throw this thing trackside before we get racing. We'll pay homage to this great nation, the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. All right, back here live at your source for esports and racing. What do you say? Let's go trackside for tonight's command.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the command to fire engines has been given is going to bring a great field of, I count, 25 drivers here tonight. Let's take you through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup this evening. On the pole aboard car number 96 will be Ricky LeDuc with the number 41 of Josh Boyer alongside. In row number 2 aboard car number 12. Good to see back from STR, our good buddy Jim Windrow, and alongside from STR Racing, car number 50 is Chad Barkham. In row number 3, DJ Hinsky aboard car number 14. Brendan Spadafora alongside, and car number 37 rolls off 6th with the number 06 of MT Johnson. Fred Hill aboard the 58. He rolls off on the 8th spot. Jeff Stakanis aboard car number 31 rolls off 9th with the number 32 of Bill Kring. Rounding our top 10, Jeff Fugate. He'll start 11th tonight aboard car number 9 with teammate Rich Knappick alongside aboard car number 6. Duke Sorensen rolls off 13th of the 59 with Danny Rubino with the number 44. Steve Rubino's number 21. Rich Warden's number 07 starting off 16th with Ryan Johnson. He's in the 78 tonight, rolling off 17th. Larry D, the Red Sox machine, rolling off position 18. Manny Diaz, the pride of Riverside, Rhode Island. He brings a 7-10 out from position 19 with Ron Simpson. He's in the 25. He rolls off 20th. Doug Woolley rolls off 21st in the number 99. Rich Fankel, Bob Becker, Rob Keller, Jordan Probst running out our 25 car field. Great to have you aboard here tonight live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So great to come back out here to Hobo Racing. We're under the green flag, iRacing I flag, green flag up there. Already completing the lap number 2. I got to fix the sound on my end because I have my sound going out my speakers. That is never a good idea. When I come back to NR2003, but off of turn number 2, Ricky LeDuc going to lead the field down the back straightaway into turn number 3 at this beautiful 5/8 mile. U.S.'s first original paved speedway right here in Fairgrounds. Thompson Speedway here, located in beautiful Northeast Connecticut, a place where I call home and very proud to do so. Is we're on lap number 4. Ricky LeDuc leading over Jim Windrow, Josh Boyer, Chad Barkham, DJ Hinsky in the 14, rounding out the top 5. Early on, 120 laps. It's not exactly a sprint race out here in Thompson, but it's definitely a race. You got to manage your equipment. You got to be good on your tires. You got to get these corners kind of nice and easy, gingerly. You don't want to tear your skins up here early, because if you do so, it can make for a long night here live on Full Velocity. And I'm watching guys just charging down to the corner, watching Chad Barkham, the number 50, riding in the 4th spot. He has that thing just digging on the outside lane through turns number 3 and 4, and also on 1 and 2. He is really over driving the corner. We'll see what Chad Barkham does there in the 4th spot, as he's 1.8 seconds behind DJ Hinsky's number 14, back in the 5th spot. Brendan Spada, Forrest 37, good run for that Two Guns and Films. Carter a 37, our buddy from Full Throttle with the Gent. Great sponge to us, Brendan Spadafora, running in position number 6. Gent Nation out there strong tonight live at Facebook. I can see it's great to see you all aboard out there tonight. Our family on YouTube that we've always called home over here at Hobo, and of course at STR. Got to thank Jim and Fred, all the gang, for coming out tonight, putting this challenge round number 2 back together for us, and really happy to have it aboard here live at your source for esports racing. Looked like Ticker went south for us here for a little while. We'll see if we can't work on that, if we get an early yellow flag, but that may be gone here for the bounce all night, so we'll do the best we can to update you on laps, what's going on. Currently working lap number 8 up front, still all Ricky LeDuc, but Jim Windrow has chased him down to about 2 car lengths. Also Josh Boyer, the number 41, his Jegs machine. Josh having a good run there. Started up front, runs in the 3rd spot, fall 1.2 seconds behind Ricky LeDuc, who, if anybody's seen this guy race before aboard car number 96, a hot shoe, a guy who knows his way around this speedway, knows his way around all these racetracks, doing a really one hell of a job out there, a 96 car. Good to see Jim Windrow back with us in the 12. Covered those guys over at STR for a long time back in the day when they were known as TNT Racing, but back at Fred Hill and those guys. Hopefully one day we get back over there with Jim and the gang and see what STR is up to. No, our schedule's really busy. No, they race a lot with their Sunday night Whalen Modified Series. They have their Winston SK Modifieds, I believe, that roll off on Tuesday night still. Check these guys out on Facebook or on the web at strsimracing.com. Love these guys. Go back a long way. They embrace modified traditions here on the pavement. That is where I come from. That is what I know and well, know and love. And I'm really happy to come aboard. Anytime I see Whalen Mods come on the schedule, makes me really excited. As we give our first yellow flag on the speedway of the evening. Yellow, yellow, yellow. First hit of a record service caution flag of the night, brought to you now on lap number 12. Seeing some smoke over in turns number 1 and 2. We'll see if we can't find something. Put Jack to work on the BladeNode.com. Full Velocity Instant Replay. I believe this can't officially call it. There's a 78 involved here. This happened way up in front of these guys. As we'll put Jack down there to work with the splash screen. We'll take a look as well. I do see a couple of cars around over in turns number 1 and 2, I believe, over there. So let's take a quick peek at this one. And here, we'll get Jack over with BladeNode.com Instant Replay as well. I believe I saw Jeff Fugate's car go around over in the corner. We'll have to take a look and see. Is him and, oh no, it was right in front of Fred Hill Who was that there? Was that Jeff Stakanis on the 31? Sure was. Jeff got down to the corner. Looks like, I don't know if it was a bump from the 58 with those long noses off the front end of these modifieds, or if Jeff just drove the corner, made a big move into the turnout. Yep, drove it in too deep. Got the back end light. Around goes the 31. Person of the first caution flag of the night on lap number 14. So tough break there for Jeff Stakanis, number 31. But once again, great to see the Hobo family, the STR family back with us tonight. And live at a YouTube live exclusive tonight is we're double booked this evening. Our partner in crime, Mr. Stanton's going to be over back in iRacing on the dirt, where we live almost every night nowadays. He'll be over the high side Double Down Racing League, where they're going to have a race tonight, the super late models at the U.S. International Speedway. That will come on the airwaves at about 9:30, 9:35 Eastern Time. So probably about 20 minutes from now or so, he'll be live over there. So we'll see if we can't join him at the conclusion of this night. Maybe go over there for the feature event. We'll have to wait and see what we can do. But we're under yellow here. First time working on lap 15. I'm going to take a quick pause. I'm going to see if I can get my sound correct over here, because I can't stand not hearing the race cars out there know what's going on, but you guys had no idea the yellow was out. So I am going to work on that. We're going to continue to work on the ticker as I see Judy's out there. Yep, we are working on it. Judy doing the best we can with it. We'll be right back here live at the restart on your source for esports racing. All right, back here live at your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network, working on the ticker there off camera. Hope we get that thing working. May come back, it may not. We're going to continue to work on it here. Don't want to miss any of the green flag laps to happen here this evening. The lights are out around the pace car, and we're getting ready to go back to it here at the 5A. 17 laps of 120 on the board. Ricky LeDuc leading over Josh Boyer, DJ Hinsky, Brendan Spadafora, MT Johnson's car number 06. He'll restart in position number 5 as we go back. iRacing, I flag, green flag. Ricky LeDuc jumps on that loud pedal louder to turn number 1 and 2. Josh Boyer, that second spot, he tried to make a big drive down to turbo 1 and 2. I'm not sure if 41 of us even jumped the restart down there as he falls back now in that second spot. Jim Windrow, he decided to pit for tires out of that second spot. So Jim Windrow going to restart back at about 12th here on this go. DJ Hinsky's 14 car up in the third position. Brendan Spadafora, 4th. MT Johnson running up top 5 as yellow flag going to come back to the speedway. Yellow, yellow, yellow as we hit lap number 19. We slow the works back down. It looks like we have a little bit of a fracas happening here toward the entrance of turn number 3. We'll see if we can get Jack back there to take a quick peek at what happened down there. I saw some cars. I think somebody may have overdrove the corner. Take a look here, give you guys a little bit of play-by-play what happened. I see Bob Becker's number 17 go around, and I'm not sure if he may have had a little bit of bump gone wrong there as he was on the high lane of Jim Windrow. Jim's car just reset a little bit. They made a little bit of wheel contact. Bob come off the wall with the DeWalt machine, got around, and those two drivers went around the wrong direction, stacked up the field behind them. Nobody getting too much of a big hit there, it doesn't look like. Looks like everybody's car will be no worse for the wear. They'll get back rolling. Manny Diaz also took a spin on the 7-10. So yellow flag out for the second time tonight, working on lap number 21. And great to have you all aboard. As I see Steve Miller's out there, we see Joe out there, Barbara's out there checking in. Judy's out there checking in, letting us know our ticker's still not working. Barbara, I think you're saying no sound. I believe we have sound working on here. We kind of muted it off air under the yellow to kind of work on some stuff here. I had to get my sound back working for you guys so I could, hear what was going on the racetrack here as it was going off on my ears. As I guess we do got no sound there, so Jack will have to go in and take a peek at that as we'll pull the splash screen up there, let him adjust a little bit of the volume, see if we can get things all back to kosher for you. There's a lot of work going on tonight here. Getting this one on the air for us, about 2 hours work to get us even out here with NR2003 tonight here on the Thursday night.
She calls, I always seem to lose my cool. Baby, I'm just a mouth to your plane. And don't you know that loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen? Don't you know that loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen? Got no past, all attributes. Don't know if I'm talking about me or you. Baby, no one gets me like you do. I said love you is a train wreck waiting to happen. Don't you know that loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen? Don't you know, babe, loving you is a train.
That shirt designed as well. Got replications of our great sponsor logos. Shirts look great. Hope you'll pick one up today. Very, very, reasonably priced. So check it out today. teespring.com/Full Velocity TV is looks like we're getting pretty close to getting back to green flag racing and about a lap away as Jack's got us back up to live picture. Looks like the lights as we get around the start finish line do go out around the 5/8 and we're going to go back. Oh, maybe we already go back to green flag racing. As Phil put that live button back down. Go back to looking at replays, and sometimes Phil shows that maybe he's just human at this after all. We go back to green flag racing here. iRacing, iFlag, green flag up in the air. Ricky LeDuc, Josh Boyer, DJ Hensky, Brent Spadafora, MT Johnson, Duke Sorensen, Rich Napick, Danny Rubino, Ryan Johnson, and Jeff Hugate making up our top 10 as we go back to on lap number 26. So still very much early on in the going at this beautiful 5/8 mile Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park located up here in the northeast corner of Connecticut. A small drive, about maybe a 2-minute drive into Massachusetts, about 5 minutes over into Rhode Island. I mean, very, very much up here in the beautiful scenic part of northeast Connecticut, a place I have called home my entire life. And really cool to bring this racetrack out to you guys tonight. It's always fun to see what I do best out here. Modified racing, the 5/8 mile. Nothing close to home for me, and really love doing what I do. Hope you guys appreciate and enjoy the show we're going to put on tonight live via YouTube exclusive here this evening. All single file through the top 5 or 6. I'll drop back to the field here, see if we can't find some good battling as I'm going now outside the top 10, where I find the number 32 of Bill Kring. He's trying to work over the number 78 of Ryan Johnson as they're going to race it out. Looks like for position number 9 off of turn number 4 to 32 car, trying to get down low under Ryan out there in the 78 as we go, back to single file formation. These guys really going to feel out these race cars. What I was hearing, the setup is a little bit on the jitterbug side here tonight. Looks like our connection also a little bit jitterbug as well, as I got cars going all over the place in my direction. I'm sure servers having some hops out here tonight, but we're going to take you through the best we can possibly do. Jack's been having some hops down there as well. Thinking maybe some server stuff here as cars are going. Looks like everything's all kind of worked itself out for the time being. I was having a A little bit of a burp there for a second as we get back to it. Everybody in the top 10, it looks like, kind of all strung out here, feeling their way around at this point. Looking back outside the top 10, I see guys like Jeff Fugate back there. Jeff Stakanis is rallying back to 11th, or 13th, I should say. Got Steve Rubino back there in that, Mike's Auto, Hobo Racing, car number 21. Steve back there in position number 14, right behind him. Old friend Fred Hill, number 58. Great to see Fred making probably a rare stop out there racing with us this evening. Good to see him. Also good to see old buddy Mr. Doug Woolley, number 99. Doug's a guy who competed years ago, if you could believe it, in the NASCAR Modified. Seen him race many a times out here at the Thompson Speedway. Car number 99 running out position number 16. He's got guys like Rob Keller behind, number 57, Jim Windrow. Jim finds himself back saddle in the number 12 car running in 18th, trying to find his way back through some traffic as he's got some congestion ahead with Woolley, Fred Hill, Rob Kelly. You got Ron Simpson not too far behind, number 25. Rich Finkel's back there as well. Rich Warden, Larry D, Bob Becker rounding out 23 cars left of the racetrack. Manny Diaz looks like the number 710 behind the wall, as is Jordan Probst, the number 8. I don't think Jordan actually made the start out here, was out for practice. Not sure if the car broke or whatever the story was, but looks like that driver of the number 8, Jordan Probst, really good young talented driver. Looks like that car not going to show its love out here tonight in Thompson. So we're back to it. 34 laps of 120 on the board. Ricky LeDuc up front to this point, relatively unchallenged in that number 96. Leads by about 5 car lengths over Josh Boyer. We were coming back here a few months ago. First time we saw this STR versus Hobo challenge. It was guys like Ricky LeDuc and Josh Boyer racing there late in the going. And remember, the 41 car went around, was eliminated from competition. I believe the 50, Chad Barkham was another driver up there as well. Chad's number 50 back there in position number 9 for the Rubino family. As we look around, looks like old Danny Rubino. Oh, Bino doing a hell of a job out here. The 44 car running up in the 8th spot. So great run early on for that number 44, having a terrific night now as he looks like he surrendered his positioning to, well, looks like Bill Kring went around him, as did Ryan Johnson, I believe. As I'm trying to find where old Bino went. No, Bino's still back in his spot. No, what I was looking at down there was Rich Napick up ahead. Chad Barkham, that NOS Energy Drink, number 50. He just made a big maneuver over there past 2 cars over in turn number 1 and 2. Now he's going to claim position number, I believe that's going to be 7 for car number 50. So Chad Barkham, a guy who we look to make some big waves here tonight, is a Harley Davidson machine. The number 6 of Rich Napick, he slides way up the racetrack off turn number 1 and 2. And not sure if something happened to the race car, but he lost 5, 6 positions. Steve Rubino went around. Jeff Stakatis, Jeff Fugate went by. Ryan Johnson, Bill Kring. So Rich Napick was up in the top 10. This time around, he maybe scored all the way back to about 13th or 14th aboard car number 6. So Rich Napick having some issues here early on. I want to take a look at number 44. Look at that awesome looking race car. That old, red and yellow numeral 44 car, old Danny Rubino. Good to see Bino having a great night out here in Thompson, running in position number 8. Gotta love all that, the way that car looks. The sponsorship on the back end, the Hobo Racing, the NRT Game Servers logo on the back end. Really good to see the representation out there tonight. Good work there by Danny Rubino. So far, so good aboard car number 44, having a terrific run up in the 8th spot. But nobody quicker here so far than Ricky LeDuc in car number 96, who has pulled, it looks like, about, almost a full second aboard over Josh Boyer's Jags number 41, who's in for second. DJ Hinsky in the 14. DJ now running in that 3rd spot. Brendan Spadafora, terrific run tonight for our buddy number 37, a guy who really, really likes these modifieds. As Gent Nation definitely knows, he sees modified racing coming. He sees enough full velocity. He gets a little bit more amped up. Talked to Brendan before this went on the air, and he was super, super excited to get out here tonight. See, we look over here in the Facebook, our YouTube chat, I should say. See Ann and Judy out there. Steve's still watching. I see our buddy Andy Margo was out there, and whatever he put out there was deleted by our buddy Nightbot. I guess Todd put Nightbot, out there to put some security out there on YouTube tonight. I guess he's playing with that, getting some words out there about where to find us, represent maybe our new sponsors, get the new swag updates out there. So Nightbot with us, Andy. Glad to see you out there, but I don't have the Facebook open tonight. As you can see, we're not live on Facebook, but hopefully you'll send me something here When we get a caution flag, I'll take a look and we'll see what Andy's up to this evening. Good to see him out there watching us here tonight live on Full Velocity. 44 laps of 120, so we've eclipsed 1/3 the way home here at the 5A Smile Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. And the story here tonight has been that number 96 car up front, Ricky LeDuc. Started on the pole here tonight, a lap of 20.815, and he is putting down some laps here right now, putting over a distance of 3/4 of a second over Josh Boyer. Back 2.5 seconds till you find the number 14 of DJ Hinsky. DJ having a hell of a run out there tonight, as is Spanner 4 is number 37. MT Johnson's number 06 running in 5th, but probably the fastest car on the racetrack arguably right now, maybe that NOS Energy number 50 of Chad Barkham. Chad running up there in the 6th spot. He's made his way around Duke Sorensen, Danny Rubino now. Chad Barkham's number 50 car up into position number 6, and maybe looking to get some more here in the next little bit as I float even on back to find some other stuff going on. I find Duke Sorensen back there, the flag runner number 59, having a very good run here. Duke back there in 7th. Danny Rubino running in the 8th spot. Look right behind him. You see the Penske truck runner. It's car number 32. Good to see old friend Bill Kring back with us tonight. Bill, a guy who's run these modifies for a long time, as Danny Rubino goes around off of the exit of turn number 2, and that is going to put us under our 3rd yellow flag of the night. Yellow, 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 presented by Hanover Record Service. And I saw the 44 get a little bit light. Think he checked up just a touch for the 59 of Sorensen, and Danny's car got a little bit loose, went for a little bit of a quick selfie. Yellow flag on the speedway. We give Bino some love. Car goes around, and I hate to see that, as I see our good buddy Bobby Farrell out there as well. I see Bobby put a big announcement out for the TDR Racing Group, as looks like we're going to have a 3-race challenge put together on Friday nights over there. Saw that come out. Thanks for watching, Bobby, as we go under yellow on lap number 49. Jack's going to show off a BladeNode.com Full Velocity Instant Replay tonight, presented by Hobo Racing League and STR. He's going to show the 44. I don't think there was a touch there from the back end. I don't think he just checked up a little bit to stay off Duke Sorensen up ahead. You can see the 44 car get really, really light and just kind of went around, and I think it was just kind of all by his selfie down there. Nobody touched him. He gets it back going straight, but yellow flag does come out in the field. Tough duck break there for car number 44 of Danny Rubino. Put us under the caution flag. We'll pause for the cause here. Approaching halfway, 50 laps in here at Thompson. Take some pit stops here. We come back live on your source for esports racing. All right, back here live as we get ready for a restart. 53 laps of 120 here live on a Full Velocity Racing Network. Is Yeah, Steven Jr. Sound. Yeah, I do need to take a break sometimes during these yellow flags. Take a drink because I don't have a broadcast partner in Todd. They go back and forth with. Jack's down there pushing the buttons for us tonight, doing a great job working on stuff. Still trying to get that ticker going, but afraid if we get the ticker working, we may lose transmission for all of you out there. We don't want to do that here. We can sacrifice that. We can give you guys a lap count, update the standings here as we get back to green on lap number 54. iRacing, I flag, green flag back in the air. Ricky LeDuc, Josh Boyer, DJ Hinsky, Brendan Spadafora, Jeff Fugate now up in the top 5 aboard car number 9 on the restart. Look at that, no fear, bright orange number 9 make his way to the top lane on the restart now, maybe picking up position number 4 as somebody got real. It was pushing 5. Somebody got loose there on the bottom. I believe it may have been Chad Barkham in the number 50 who's been making some waves there early. These drivers all came down to pit road, I believe, got tires, got fuel on their cars under that yellow flag, and we get back to it 55 laps of 120. So getting pretty close to halfway here at the 5/8 mile Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. Is we got a race now going on for that 4th and 5th spot. Is Brendan Spadafora down low. Jeff Fugate taking a peek up high, opening the door for the 50 of Chad Barkham. Chad had a thought to make this thing 3 wide through turns number 1 and 2. Gets really loose off the exit of the corner, keeps his foot in the throttle, gets his way around the 9 of Fugate. Fugate gonna have to surrender that position. Is up high. It's not the place to be. That number 9, he may fall victim now to Bill Kring's number 32. The sun drop machine, that bright green number 9 of Fugate up high. Kring's white and black and red number 32 down to the bottom lane of the racetrack. That's racing for position number 6 off of turn number 2 and working their way down this very fast back straightaway here, getting down to the 3rd turn where you're really gonna walk this thing in to run the bottom like the 32 is. He picks up that throttle. You can see Fugate back of the throttle. Jeff Fugate going to hold on for the time being in position number 6. All quiet up front where Ricky LeDuc has put a stranglehold on this field here tonight. He leads aboard that number 96. Josh Boyer's been strong all night long in the 41. He still continues to run second. DJ Hinsky, Brendan Spadafora, that has been the top 4 basically the entire first half of the race, which is quickly approaching halfway. 59 of 120 laps on the board. Next time by, we'll see if we maybe can't give you here a full field rundown as we're going to slow it back down again for the 4th time as we have another yellow flag on the racetrack. Hanover Record Service yellow flag number 4 finds us out there off the exit of turn. I think that's number 2 over there, and I see Larry D's number 188. Boston Red Sox representative machine being a card-carrying member of Red Sox Nation. Love seeing that car out there, but Larry D goes around for a little bit of a loopy-loop. Another car kind of did a little sideways whirly bird with him. I believe that was Rich Warden in the number 07. Not sure if Rich had some help getting himself around. As Jack will give us a BladeNo.com full velocity instant replay. And I think the story is going to be probably 2 quick selfies here, and I think it was one followed by the other. Larry D gets on the brakes, spins the 88 car out. You can see Rich Warden trying to avoid him, gets on the brakes. Both cars go sideways. They go around. A yellow flag coming out here just as we hit halfway. 61 laps of 120. So slow it back down and just looking over here to the YouTube chat, and I see Bobby's out there. Bobby out there causing trouble. As usual, Andy's over there. Steve's out there. I mean, can we chirp another driver to the race? We absolutely can. Who do we want to talk to here under the yellow flag here really quick? It's going to be a quick one here tonight. Well, let's talk to the ambassador of maybe, I want to talk to Jet Nation. We know Brendan loved out there. Let's go catch up with our buddy from Full Throttle with the Gent, car number 37. Let's go get Brendan Spadafora, bring him into the conversation here real quick. We'll move him down here. We'll get him worked out. We'll talk to our good buddy in the 37, the ambassador of Jet Nation. Brendan, buddy, up there having a hell of a run in the 4th spot, man. Tell us about your race car. Looks awesome tonight.
Yeah, it's doing really good. Some little spots of looseness coming off the corner, but it's all right. That's probably driver error, but it's doing pretty good.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, maybe not be driver error, because you got to think, it's, the beginning of August now out here in the Northeast, a little bit warm, track's got a little bit of slickness to it, pretty loose little conditions out there. How much of a handful of these race cars for you guys all to drive tonight? Looks like so far so good, but the cautions we're seeing are just guys just kind of losing the back end, getting into the corners too light. You got to back these things up to get those things to roll through?
Oh, yeah, I got to, just before hitting the turn, riding the brake in, actually about into the middle of it, the corner, and then I'm on the gas there.
All right, well, Steve's out there telling me he's sick of hearing my voice. Want to hear somebody else talk. I'm glad to be able to grab you. What you got? Take a second here. Thank the gang out there for watching. So many yet come out here and migrate for Gent Nation. You have quite the cult following going for you, brother. I don't know how you started this thing, but we're such a fan.
I'm really grateful for that. I have to thank Fred from STR for putting this on. He got in touch with you for this. And then, of course, Gent Nation, Michelle, Bobby, Steve out there. Let's see, Joel, everybody in Gent Nation, everyone, just thank you so much. Judy, Rich's girlfriend, hello to her too. Just thankful for every single one of you.
All right, well, I'm going to tell you what, dude. You got a second half of this race to go. I think you guys are good on tires from here. What do you think? We going to go this thing and we taking a shot for a win here tonight? Checkers or wreckers in that car?
Oh, always. I know I'm definitely going to have one more pit stop. I'm a little short on fuel.
All right, brother. Well, give it hell for us. We'll keep tabs on you the rest of the night. Thanks for being a good sport as usual, dude. Good to see you running good.
Grateful. Thank you so much.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. Hopefully that was the guy y'all wanted to hear from aboard car number 37. Our good buddy Brendan Spadafora going to restart in position. Number 4 says he's going to be a little bit short on fuel, so I'm going to think if those guys up in front of him, they may be as well. So we may see something a little, sneaky happening here pretty soon. As we go back to iRace, the guy flag, green flag up in the air, Ricky LeDuc, Josh Boyer, DJ Hinsky, Brendan Spadafora, Chad Barkham, going to be your top 5 as we restart on lap number 65. We'll see if we get these guys worked out for a lap or two and maybe take you through a quick full field rundown here live at the Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park tonight, live on your source for esports racing as we complete lap number 66 at the line. Let's take a quick peek here as we got a good race going on for 4th and 5th with Chad Barkham up high of Brendan Spadafora. You guys know what the top 5 is. LeDuc, Boyer, Hinsky, Spadafora, Jim Windrow now in the number 12 car. He's looking to make his way to a top 5 there. Chad Barkham running in the 6th spot. Jeff Stakanis, Rich Napick, MT Johnson, Fred Hill running up the top 10. Good to see Fred up there in the top 10 aboard car 58. Ryan Johnson up there in the 78. He currently runs 11th. Rob Keller is 12th. Bill Kring is 13th. Ron Simpson 14th. And Jeff Fugate, he runs 15th aboard car number 9. 16th is Duke Sorensen. Larry D is back there in 17th. Danny Rubino is 18th. Bob Becker 19th. Rich Warden back there in 20th. Final car on the racetrack is car number 2 of Rich Finkel. He runs 21st. 3 drivers off the racetrack. Nights are done. They include Doug Woolley in the number 99. Steve Rubino, unfortunately, in car number 21. He's all done for the night, as is Manny Diaz in the number 710. Full field rundown tonight, sponsored by our friends over at STR Sim Racing. Really grateful for Fred and the gang to come out and, start us up, do this gig tonight, back with the gang in the Hobo Racing League, do a round 2 of this challenge, which I think is really cool to see leagues come together. Hobo has done that in a big way here in the last couple of months with the gang at STR. They also did an IROC challenge with the guys over at FSB a few months ago. Hopefully we'll see that return, and we can maybe join them and take that to the airwaves as well. So really cool to see a league like Hobo that not many people know too much about, but a big league, a great league. And you can look these guys up also at Hobo Racing League or HoboRacing.com, and they do a lot of good racing here almost every night. 4 nights a week they do some pretty good stuff, including my favorite right here, the Modified Series we run here every Thursday night. Of course, the Cup Series we follow on the Full Velocity Racing Network, which I think we've got like 12 more dates to come here, starting back off next week. I believe we're going to have a duration, I think the last 12 consecutive races in a row on Tuesday night. As we get a good race going on for the 4th spot, Jim Windrow looking underneath Chad Barkham as they both slid around the 37 of Spadafora. So Brendan has dropped back to 6. Jim Windrow pitted early for tires. That may be showing up now in that number 12 as him and Barkham, 2 really fantastic looking race cars. They race for position number 4 now into turns number 3 and 4, all chasing Ricky LeDuc. Can somebody run down that number 96? He is lap displaced tonight, 73 laps on the board, an average speed of just shy of 80 miles per hour. Been slowed by 5 yellow flags here early. That 96 car having a terrific night, as is Josh Boyer's number 41. How about the run for the 14 of DJ Hinsky? He runs in that 3rd position. And then you see this good battle for 4th with Windrow, Barkham, Spadafora there as well. Jeff Stakanis, number 31. He's starting to make some inroads as well, looking for positioning up to the top 5 as they slow it back down again. As we slow it back down as the pace car comes back out. Hannaford Record Service caution flag, I believe number 6 out there on the evening, and I think this may be a pretty familiar story, what we saw here a little bit ago. I believe it may have been Larry D once again over in turn number 3 this time. The 188 may have kind of went around all by his lonesome again. That's what I'm seeing. I think that may have put us back under the yellow flag for, I believe, number 5, number 6 here tonight. I'm not keeping score. I never keep score of these things because I never want to make that feel like I'm highlighting the yellows. Never do. But want to thank the gang over at BladeNo.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. They sponsor our instant replays each and every night here on Live on Full Velocity. I think that's going to be the story right there. Just the only thing I see. A selfie for Larry D. Car 188 looks like a gearbox may have broken on that thing, maybe sent him around. That's too bad for Larry. The 2018 World Series champions represented there, the Boston Red Sox, who Larry's run here tonight, 2 early spins, a broken gearbox, makes me feel like it's the Red Sox 2019 season as it's been disastrous here so far through the spring and the summer. We go back under the yellow, 76 laps in. We'll come back with the restart live on your source for esports racing. Don't go anywhere. Restart here, the conclusion of the race coming up next. Back here live in your source for esports racing, getting ready for a restart. 79 laps of 120. Cannot believe this race. Already 2/3 the way in, but races here at Thompson always seem to go by pretty dang quick as I see Larry Radosky out there. Larry, pretty dang good to see you out there, brother. Hope all is well. Michelle's out there arguing with Nightbot over the emotes. Not sure what that's all about. We'll get Todd working on that dang thing. I know he put that thing out there. I'll have to talk to him afterward to see what's going on with Nightbot. He shouldn't be censoring nobody out there because that's not what we believe here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. As we go back to iRace, the guy flag, green flag on lap number 80. And a new leader has emerged. Josh Boyer now leads over to the 7-8 of Ryan Johnson, Jeff Hugate, Danny Rubino, Bill Craig now making up our top 5 here at the 5A Smile. Chad, it's going to be Ron Simpson, Chad Barkham, Ricky LeDuc going to restart 8th. Aboard car 96, MT Johnson, Jim Windrow making up the top 10 as we're racing for position number 4. Bill Cring under Danny Rubino, the number 44. I'm rooting for Bino. Always going to root for Bino. He's a great dude, having a good run on the outside of Bill Cring down off into turn number 3. Bill has always been a guy, gets around this racetrack really smooth. He's always really easy on equipment. No surprise to me at all to see Bill Cring, a guy who's just been around these modifieds forever. Running up to the top 5 aboard car number 32. Josh Boyer, now that he's found some clean air, let's see if a green flag run maybe helps him stay out there in the lead. Ryan Johnson, good to see RJ out there tonight aboard car 78. Our good buddy running in position number 2. Jeff Hugate we saw a win here the last time we were at the Hobo Racing Cup Series a few weeks ago. Jeff runs in that third position. Danny Rubino, Bill Kring making up the top 5. Have my eyes peeled at number 50 at Chad Barkham, currently running in position 6, and he is starting to run prey down to 32. Ricky LeDuc in that blue number 96. He is right behind, stalking prey as well. As now Ricky makes a big move underneath Barkham over turn number 1. Chad slams the door shut, waiting for Ricky LeDuc to charge through. Here comes Jim Winjo with 12. That's a threesome of STR teammates over there. Here comes the 12 car, the veteran. Jim Winjo down to the low side, racing for positioning now up in the top 6. It's Barkham, LeDuc, and Winjo, 6th, 7th, and 8th on the racetrack as they're over in turn number 2 off of straightaway there as they come off the banking. A little bit of a bump there. Always been characteristic of this racetrack. A little bit of bump off the exit of turn number 2 on the low side. You hit that thing just right. It really upsets the race car as Danny Rubino gets really loose into 3 and 4. He catches the race car, but loses a spot to Bill Kring. Chad Barkham going to fire on the outside. Oh, Danny, once again, he gets it low into the corner. Almost checks up Ricky LeDuc, who has to make an evasive maneuver. Ricky now up to the high side of the racetrack into turns number 3 and 4. That is a race for position number 7 off of turn number 4. Put Ricky LeDuc, guy who led the majority of the first 75 laps, now up into P6. And he has work to do if he's going to run down the legs of Josh Boyer's number 41. Josh leads almost 1 second advantage over Ryan Johnson, Jeff Fugate, Bill Kring, Chad Barkham, Ricky LeDuc running 6th. Danny Rubino now back to 7th. Jim Winjo running now in the 8th spot. Now make that a position change as Winjo around Rubino. So Jim 7th, Danny 8th, MT Johnson, Ron Simpson's number 25, rounding out the top 10. Looking for Brendan Spadafora and DJ Hinsky. They run 11th and 12th respectively. DJ's there back in 11th, Brendan back there in 12th as both those guys came down on pit road, got 4 fresh tires, got making sure those things are full of fuel, and they should be go the distance from here if this thing stays green. I wonder about a guy like Josh Boyer. I know he stayed out of the last round of stops. Not sure how his tires look, how the fuel is going to play out there, but thinking he made a gamble. I think RJ up there, the 78, definitely made a gamble as well. As I wonder how fuel is going to look for those gentlemen if this thing stays green the rest of the way as we put 90 laps of 120 on the board. Where Josh Boyer leads 4th, 5th, and 6th. Is still very much a great race out there between Bill Kring and Chad Barkham back there, and then Ricky LeDuc in the number 96. Ricky is now gone by the 50. Looking now underneath Bill as they work down the front straightaway. You can see how tough it is to pass here on the bottom of the car up high as Ricky had to let that thing wash up a little bit. Had to roll out of the gas before he could put that loud pedal back down as him and Barkham having a good race going on for position number 5. Can Bill Kring hold on as Bill slides up? Ricky gets really loose. They both go around. And that's going to put us on a yellow flag once again in turns number 3 and 4. I think a 96 may have just overdrove the corner a little bit. Got the back end really light. It stepped out, and it took out Bill Kring with them as they drove it down deep into turn number 3 and 4. Tough to tell from this angle if Ricky may have hit the apron. That's what we have Jack for. He's going to show us off of BladeNo.com. Full velocity instant replay. Presented by tonight Hobo Racing and STR. Great to have this challenge race aboard. Yellow flag on the racetrack as those two drivers come together. And I think the story here is going to be the 96 may have just kind of overdrove the corner. Just a skosh. Just a little bit. And I think that was enough to get him really upset, get him really loose into the side of Bill Kring. And both those cars go around for a pretty good ride. I'm not sure if Barkham's number 50 may have taken a shot there as well as it happened right in front. I think Chad got through it relatively clean, and I think just about everybody else did as well. So really good heads-up driving by all the guys from STR and Hobo as we go back under yellow. 93 laps on the board. And let's see if we can't take maybe another peek here through the field and maybe catch up with a guy on an interview here during our little break. See who we can talk to as I'm going to look to see who may be coming down pit side here, who may be good, as I'm going to take a quick peek and let's see. Let's go grab our old buddy RJ. What do you say? It's been a while we talked to RJ. Ryan Johnson aboard car number 59 out there, or number 59. 78 for Ryan Johnson here tonight. So used to calling him 59 for all this time. Let's see, catch up with our buddy Ryan as well. Move him around, give him a little bit of Little heads up that he's getting moved around as we bring him up here to the race channel. Our good buddy aboard that KBB.com number 50 or 78. I keep calling it 59. 78. Yeah. Oh, Roger, Ryan Johnson. How the heck are you doing, brother? Good to see you up there running the top 3. Tell us about your race car.
Feeling good. Got a little bit of damage, and I'm on older tires, but I'm going to stick with this and not pit and see where I can come up with.
All right, so you say older tires. I'm looking at guys like you and Josh who stayed out that last go-around.
Yep.
You guys may be, a little bit short on tires here, but how about fuel? Is that not a factor right now?
Fuel is fine. I'm a couple laps is good. But, yeah, tires have got me concerned, but I know the guys behind me, too. I think they're on older tires, so I'm just trying to eke myself out a decent finish here for once, so we'll see how it ends up.
Hey, don't ever say for once, dude. You're a cat that always puts some good runs together. I know it's been a struggle for you here this year in 2019. It's been a struggle for a lot of us, myself included. But it's good to see you out here tonight having some fun. It's always good to see you back in a modified. I love seeing you out there in that race car, Brad. If there's anybody out there want to say hello to or thank, give our buddy Isaac a shout out there as well. Johnson. Anybody out there watching, dude, give a shout to all those out there before we get back to green.
Shout out to my wife, Jill, and obviously my son, Isaac. He's out there working on race cars right now, so we're getting ready to go for this Saturday. But yeah, thank you guys for putting this stuff on and being here, and hopefully I can make it exciting.
Hell yeah, brother. We'll give it hell the rest of the night, buddy. We'll be rooting for you as usual.
10-4. Thank you.
All right, you got it. Ryan Johnson out there aboard. Car number 78 running in the second spot. Said the concern, tires. And I think that's a good legit concern. Him and Josh Boyer on old skins. I believe Jeff Fugate maybe on some old rubber as well. I think guys you're going to watch out for are likes of, say, a Jim Windrow, the number 12. I think his stuff may be a little bit fresher. I think MT Johnson back there. I know DJ Hinsky, Brendan Spadafora. They're up in the top 10 now. As we go back to iRacing Guy flag, green flag on lap number 96. We get back to it. And right away, I highlighted number 12 of Jim Windrow. He takes the first stab to the inside of the racetrack. He is under Jeff Fugate off of turn number 2. He gets back in the throttle. Let's see if Windrow out there in that Poffert Wine and Spirits, car number 12, can find some magic down low. See if he can't put himself up in the top 3. Fugate in that bright green Sundrop number 9 fires off of turn number 4, running in the high lane. But how long can he afford to keep that car digging up in the high lane? How long can Jim Windrow's tires hold up? Running, having to go through the bump there, down low off of 2. You can see the car push up the hill off the corner as he runs it really low, really deep into 3 and 4, washes it up, gets back in the gas. This is terrific racing right here, and I wonder how long they can go on for. This new Project Short Track version of a Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park, I got to give the guys at PST their due. This track is just absolutely awesome. It really does produce 2 really good lanes of racing, and you're seeing it here live on display tonight as now Windrow maybe getting the spot on Fugate. He's going to look underneath now. Ryan Johnson, that KBB.com machine off of turn number 2 and down the back chute. Ryan was concerned on those older tires. Jim with the newer skins, he makes that move down to the low side. Jim Windrow going to pick up position number 2. Jeff Fugate now going to capitalize on the low side being vacated. He'll see if he can't make a move on Ryan Johnson over turn number 3 and 4 as Jeff gets really loose. How about the 44? Danny Rubino. Oh, Bino up there running in the top 5. It is so nice to see Bino having a terrific run here tonight in the top 5 as we're past the century mark. 101 laps now on the board of a 120-lap main event. And so happy to be out here live tonight with Full Velocity Live, a YouTube Live exclusive. You know, we had a dual stream going on tonight. It was my decision. Let's put the STR versus Hobo race over here on YouTube because it always seems a place to be when we get the STR and the Hobo family together. So glad you have all chosen to tune in with us here live on a Thursday night on a beautiful night up here in the Northeast, providing some terrific racing here. This 5-ace mile legendary Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. Josh Boyer leading. Jim Windrow now, the number 12 car in that second position, and he is stalking down the back of the 44. It may be a lap or so before we may be having a race for the race lead, as we'll get back to it up front as I was going back here through the field. Windrow has run down Boyd about 2 car lengths. You can see that the fresher tire on 12 is really, really paying off as he is really getting through the middle of the corner off really good. Gets that thing, he really rides it in easy through the inches of 1 and 3 and really gets a good run off the corner. Josh Boyer doing a good job so far holding on older tires as he's kind of running the middle of the racetrack. Going to make Jim pass him the hard way down low in car number 12. Great rebound for that number 9. Jeff Fugate running in 3rd. Ryan Johnson, Danny Rubino Lobino up in the top 5. 6th, we find MT Johnson in the 06. 7th is DJ Hinsky. Jeff Stakanis running in 8th. Duke Sorensen 9th. And Ricky LeDuc running in our top 10. Jet Nation has dropped back to 11th there. Brendan's number 37 running 11th. Bob Becker up to 12th. Rich Napick is saddled back in the 6th car running in 13th. 14th, we find Fred Hill. Chad Barkham now running from the back. He runs 15th with Bill Kring, Ron Simpson, Rich Fanko, Rich Warden. They run out with 19 cars on the racetrack. Drivers out of the event include the likes of Rich Warden, or Rob Keller, I should say, Larry D, Doug Woolley, Steve Rubino, Manny Diaz. 24-car field. Very strong for a Thursday night out here in the modified division. Hobo Racing versus STR Sim Racing. Round number 2 of their NR2003 Whelen Modified Challenge, and so glad to have you aboard tonight. Hope you're enjoying the show as much as we are, as we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Under 15 laps remaining as we put lap 107 on the board. Boyer continuing to lead, doing a heck of a job holding off Jim Windrow. How long can he hold on the run of that number 12 car behind? And so far, so good, but this is the part of the run I really think that the 4 tires of the number 12 may start to come in, and those older skins may bite Josh in the butt as we pass through the start-finish line. 108 laps complete, so 12 laps remaining. No overtime back in NR2003. No, we've got iRacing into overtime now. Not quite the case over here. We come back to NR2003, so we're going to go 120 laps, and we're going to hope this thing stays under a green flag finish because they're having one terrific run going on. As now MT Johnson has made his way around. Danny Rubino, the 06 car, now up to 5th. As this race for the lead gets a little bit closer and closer to happening, as I hate to not highlight what is going on back to the field, but we don't miss the lead change if it breaks. Windrow now to the inside of Boyer off the exit of turn 4. And I thought that was the lap. He may have the run down low as Josh closes the door over to 1 and 2. Down the hill, checks the 12 car up. This is an awesome race, folks. I don't know what more you can ask for on pavement. It don't get no better than this as Jim drives it deep into 3 and 4. Almost clips the grass in the middle of the corner as they're drag racing down the front straightaway. Boyer up top, Jim Windrow down low as Jim gets really loose. Oh no! Somehow saved the race car. That was enough to get your attention. Holds on, he keeps position number 2, but maybe have ruined a little bit of tire there. They are getting after it here tonight. Hobo versus STR. That is the pride of Hobo up front. Old buddy Josh Boyer, broadcast colleague. He's been up here in the booth a few times. And Jim Windrow, number 12. They're the pride of STR Racing. Running 1-2. You find Hobo Racing, Jeff Fugate for 3rd. Ryan Johnson in for 4th. Now MT Johnson running 5th. Number 96 of Ricky LeDuc, a guy who maybe waited too long to come down to pit road to take tires. Well, he has charged his way back now up into the top 5 as he makes his run to MT Johnson. Ricky LeDuc, a guy on a mission, but running on a lap, says we're going to slow it back down. Yellow, yellow, yellow on the racetrack for lap number 114. Just as this race for the lead was really picking up some steam as they race back to the start-finish line here under 10 to go. And Josh Boyer wins the race back to the line. I believe we may go back, and I don't know if this one may have had something to do with the 32 of Bill Kring. I know we do have yellow flag on the speedway brought to you by Hanover Record Service. Got to thank them. Got to thank our other Royal Blue sponsors here on the network. Of course, iRacing, iFlag.com, and also Brian and Kathy Voiles over at Voiles Trucking. We proudly display them in the bottom left of our corner. Anytime we come back to NR2003, so thankful for what they do for all of us here at the network. But yellow flag on the racetrack, and I think it's going to show, I believe Bill Kring's number 32. May have went around all by himself out there, slowing the field down, and I'm not sure if he spun around or the other car came down to a rest in the infield, and yellow went over the 5/8 mile. I don't see him go around either, but I think something definitely broke there. Not sure if a motor expired. I don't know if Rich Napick maybe went around to the 6 car. I'm going to try to help Jack go back here and take a quick peek here, but we're getting down on laps now. 115 on the board on your source for esports racing, and so glad you all tuned in tonight. A YouTube live exclusive. I'm going to go back here really quick and see if there's something to help Jack show on a full velocity replay. Oh, Jack, I found it. Look for the 6 car of Rich Napick. I believe that was in turn number 1 and 2. May have had a hip check from Fred Hill, number 58, and I believe that may have set up a pretty wild wreck over there. This one's going to be something to show off as Hill and Knappett come together, and I believe that caught up Bill Kring. That's why Bill's car was broke over there. Those guys made a hard hit off the exit of turn number 4. So that one brought the Hanover Record Service yellow flag out to the racetrack, put Jack back to work down there, see if he can't get that replay. All kind of, showing up there for you. It was a big hit. I don't believe it was really the fault of anybody. I know Fred was driving it deep to the corner. If he checked on Rich there a little bit, got to the side. I think, I think even after the fact, I think the 37 of Spadafora, Chad Barkham also getting a piece of this. So I wonder what happened to those two cars. As Jack has the replay all queued up and ready. He is going to show it off, and we'll see if we can't go back there in real time and to see what we may see back there live on BladeNo.com. Full velocity is the replay, and I wonder if it got the 15 to 37 because both those guys came down the pit road and both drivers had some damage to the race car. So we'll take a peek with Jack as he shows it off, and Jack is going to show both replays there. So he's got a bunch to show for you, and I'm glad he does. So we'll take a peek back there with him as I'm going to let him show it. I don't see it real time live, but he got the first one up there quick, and now he's going to back and show the 15 to 37, and he said it's a mess. So let's see what he's got to show off here. Is hits the play button on you. I'm sure you guys will see it before I start talking about it, but we'll let it show up. But it looks like the 50 and the 37, they came together. Oh, there it is. Oh, man, big hit. Oh, huge hit there for, was that the 44 or 50? 44 of Danny Rubino involved in that. The 50 of Barkham, a 37 of Spadafora. All three of those guys go around, and it looks like that's going to take Brendan, Chad, and Bill Kring out of the event. So those three behind the wall late in the going. And I'm not sure. This one may be for most intents and purposes. Let's see where we are as lights are out around the pace car. We are going to get a one-lap shootout to settle it here at Thompson tonight. 119 laps on the board. One lap to settle it. Josh Boyer, Jim Windrow, Jeff Fugate, Ryan Johnson, Ricky LeDuc going to start as our top 5. We go green flag racing. Final restart of the night. Who is it going to be in a battle of Boyer versus Windrow? As Windrow makes a big move to the high side off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch into 3 for the final time. Windrow looks to slam the door shut. Boyer going to fire back down low as we drag race off the corner back to the line. More contact being made. Jim Windrow going to pick up the win here tonight in Thompson. 0.021 seconds. The advantage between him and Josh Boyer. Jeff Fugate will finish up 3rd. MT Johnson 4th. Ryan Johnson gets a top 5. Ricky LeDuc finishing up 6th. Jeff Stakanis for 7th. Fred Hill 8th. Bob Becker 9th. Ron Simpson running out our top 10. 11th goes to DJ Hinsky. Duke Sorensen will finish up 12th. Rich Fankel 13th. Rich Knappett 14th. Danny Rubino finishing up the 44. He gets 15th. Rich Warden's number 07. He will finish up 16th. He's the final car on the racetrack. Brendan Spadafora will finish 17th. Chad Barkham 18th. Bill Kring, Rob Keller, Larry D, Doug Woolley, Steve Rubino, Manny Diaz running our 24-car field. A great one here tonight live from the Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. A terrific finish. We will talk to our top 3, including the big winner, Jim Windrow, next on the BladeNo.com Full Velocity Post-Race Show. Stay tuned. It's coming up next. All right, back here live at your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network. STR versus Hobo Modified Challenge here at Thompson just coming to conclusion. Jim Windrow picking up the win over Josh Boyer. 0.021, 21 hundredths of a second tonight. The advantage of those top two. And our third place finisher will join us now as we go trackside. Aboard the driver of the Sun Drop, car 9, Jeff Fugate finishing up third. Jeff, terrific run for you. Those two guys up front had really good pieces. Your car was a solid top 5 car all night long there, bud. Tell us about your effort.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun tonight. Steve asked me if I wanted to race tonight. I hadn't raced on the Thursday nights in quite a while, and I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll pull this thing out of the garage and dust it off," and it didn't do too bad.
Oh, not at all. It's a pretty dang good night work for you here, coming out on a rare Thursday night on that bright green car. Very easy for my blind butt to find, but racetrack tonight, it's really warm up here in the Northeast. Track's a little bit greasy. Cars look to be a handful out there. If you drove these cars too deep into the corner, they looked like they were very skirty. You had to really grab the steering wheel. How did your car fare tonight in the slick conditions?
Yeah, wasn't too bad. I screwed up a couple times there and got out from under me. But if you got a rhythm down, and it wasn't bad. That was the thing, to get your rhythm and accelerating and let off. And once you got that down, it was not bad. You could drive it in pretty good and come off the corner good. But yeah, I was hoping we didn't have that caution there at the end. I don't know, that when we had that restart, I had to run too wide there for a while. Kind of killed my tires. I think I'd have been a little better off for those leaders if I didn't have to race so hard. But it was fun. It was a good race.
That's a pretty dang good way to spend a Thursday night right there, I would say. A top 3 run for a rare night to come out here and race, Jeff. We're so glad you did. It's so good to always see you out here on the racetrack and get to talk to you once again on the post-race show. We've done this a few times on Tuesday night here recently. We do it live on a Thursday this evening, as I give you the floor one more time, bud. Live tonight, a YouTube Live exclusive for the Hobo versus STR challenge tonight. I'll give you the microphone one more time. Thank you. I'd like to thank out there that may be watching us.
Well, thank STR and Hobo putting this together, and it's a lot of fun when they do these. All the guys that work hard in both leagues, a lot of the stuff in the background, keeping things going and points and all that, and you guys doing your job. It's just it is a lot of fun, and hope a lot of people got to watch it and had a good time.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Love doing what we do. Love coming back home to NR2003 and covering a couple of great leagues out here and a couple of old friends with STR and Hobo Racing. Here you have it, folks. Car 9, Jeff Fugate gets a good third place run here. That bright green car on a Thursday night. Let's me walk down here and talk to a gentleman. It has been so long since we've talked to aboard that awesome looking Parfait Wine and Spirits, car 12, Jim Windrow, picking up the win here tonight live on Top Speed Motorsports Park, man. Terrific job by you. Gotta feel good after a run like this tonight there, bud. Man, it's so good to see you out there live on the airwaves again. 4 tires midway. Looked like to be the money spot for you this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we pitted early there on the first caution and kind of set us back. We got involved with a yellow there with the back of the pack, and you know, it's always tough racing when it's back there. You just don't know really where anybody's gonna run, so it's hard picking a line, and we picked the wrong line on that one, but we just we took a step back and really just enjoyed riding through the field and picking our spots, and we had another lucky caution that we didn't go in for and gain some more spots there, but worked our way through the top 10 a couple of times there, and I knew if I could work them on the low side with 20 to go or so, that eventually the outside would open up, and lucky enough we had that green checker, and he went to go block low, and we went by on the outside.
You made the move, and it was had right there on that one-lap shootout. Terrific move right there, Jim. It is really great to hear your voice again, man. It's been a long time. I try to keep up best of the STR guys as often as I can. You guys have still been at it, racing a couple of times a week. For guys that may not know what you guys are up to, how for all these awesome modified enthusiasts like myself can come involved in races more, tell guys where to find you and how they can come get involved. And you guys fly the modified flag proudly, I think, better than anybody else has really ever done it. You guys have been at this thing for quite a long time. So for guys that want to come out and find some really good open wheel racing, where can they find you guys?
Oh, absolutely. At strsimracing.com. Fred and I kind of got together. We had known each other for a long time, met up a few times in real life, going to Thompson and Stafford and Riverhead and all those tracks, following the wheeling guys. And, a couple leagues were falling apart that we felt, and he had his TNT thing going, and I finally had enough and was asked him if he wanted to step out and do our own thing. And we've been at STR now, I want to say 4 or 5 years, and yeah, it's always been modified. That to me is a real race car, the only race car that should be allowed to drive.
I agree.
But yeah, absolutely. We run Sunday nights. The summertime we've taken Tuesdays off, but I believe in the wintertime we're going to start up the SK Modified Series on a Tuesday night and keep running our Winston Modified Tour on Sunday night. And along with that, I just want to give a special shout out to John Franklin, who he spends so much time making these tracks as realistic as he can, and it's really an understatement to this game. You know, he doesn't have the ability of laser scanning like iRacing does, and for what he can produce in this game and make it enjoyable and free for all of us to use, it's unbelievable.
It's an awesome racetrack. I call it home. Now, you guys do as well as modified enthusiasts, and always great to come out here and talk to old friends like yourself, man, who been doing this a long time, flying this modified flag proudly. And I'm going to tell you what, if they ever retire my butt from this broadcasting gig, you can expect me to come out there and wreck it up with you guys sometimes. I say wreck it up because I won't run up there with you guys, you and Ricky and Chad, you guys in the league all by yourselves, and old Danny Saber, if he's still out there doing it as well. But Jim, I'm going to give you the mic one more time, buddy. Live tonight, Full Velocity. We're live exclusively on YouTube this evening. Anybody out there you want to say hello to, friends, family, and sponsors, the floor is all yours. Our big winner tonight here on BlakeNote.com, Victory Lane.
Absolutely. I want to thank you guys first for covering this. It's a lot of fun when we get to do this. We haven't done it much at STR. Need to do it a lot more. I just want to thank Chad, my teammate. I've got him into this game. We go to the races together. We have a lot of fun. The guys that I spot for Cam Sontag on the MRS series, they think I'm crazy for doing this, but it's a lot of fun. And hopefully this can land me a real sportsman modified ride at the World Series. There's a little bets going on here and there. You can catch us this weekend at White Mountain Motorsports Park at the Bullring Bash if you guys want to come up. But to Fred Hill, he really took the reins to this as well. I was disappointed I couldn't make the first race. We kind of had a situation going on up here in Vermont and didn't have power or anything like that. So I just wanted to thank him for giving me a second opportunity to run, and Hobo for jumping on board and making it a lot of fun. And hopefully we can make this maybe 4 or 5 races a year and just have a non-points race, fun race to go out and have some fun and do that and put on a good show for you guys.
I am all for it. I love this guy right here, a terrific gentleman. Love that they fly the modified flag proudly. And that was why I kind of an out of order coming down to Victory Lane here talking to Jim first, because I wanted to make sure before the gang on YouTube checked out this evening, I wanted to make sure everybody knew what Jim and the gang were all up to. So good to talk to him. Jim, so good to hear your voice, man. Let's do this again soon, buddy. I hope to come over. We'll see if we get something to get you guys at STR and get some of these modified races live in the air. I'd rather do that than the guy racing dirt. I'll tell you that. I love coming back home and doing this stuff with you guys.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it. From down here, BlakeNote.com, Victory Lane, we get our buddy Jim Windrow. Now we'll be joined down here. We do our second place interview here last, and I really thought this one was going to be the money one at Victory Lane. I think Josh did as well. Josh Boyer, our old buddy, broadcast colleague, a runner-up finish tonight after leading all those laps to late. You tried on the tire gamble, about a half a lap too late there, brother. Tell us about your run. You had a really good car all night long.
Oh man, what a race! That end was unbelievable, and I took a gamble there and basically decided whatever Ricky was going to do there, with about, 40 laps to go, that I was going to do the opposite. So if he would stay it out, I would have pitted, and so I took that gamble, and a bunch of guys behind me followed, and staying out there, and as that run went on, I thought, this is mine unless we get a late caution, and that's unfortunately exactly what happened, and it was about a half a lap too soon. Like you said, I just couldn't hold off Jim. He actually was faster than me much of that last run, really. I mean, he was looking low and had runs on me numerous times. I just kind of kept shutting the door on him. So I knew he was probably going to get me on that restart. And then what I did, I think he said it. I blocked low and made him go high, and I kind of laid my bet there, and he beat me. And but coming to the line, it was anybody's game, I thought, and he just got us. But still a great night, great race. Strategy was a big part of tonight, and disappointed to come home second, thinking that we had it in the bag, but it was one heck of a finish.
And you did it the right way, because I said that when the last yellow came out. I said, I think he may be in trouble because Jim's tire's a little bit better. You made him really earn it because you were not going to let him pass you low. You guys went out of there for about 5 or 6 laps. He kept peeking. You kept slamming the door shut on him. You know that's good old-fashioned short track racing. I know Hajim knows that too. How much fun is it to go out there toe-to-toe with a guy like him? You don't race with you night after night. And, a guy who's been around these modifieds for a long time because you've been running them for quite a while as well. That's going to be a blast. Go out there and run these guys out for no points. Just go out there and run for a checkered flag. It looked like a blast. How was it behind the wheel?
Oh, it absolutely was, and that run where we were just kind of he was battling with me. I could tell real quickly that he had great car control, so I knew that I could maybe pinch him a little bit more than some other guys out there, and he wasn't gonna chrome home me, but when it came down to that last restart, I knew that neither of us going to lift off a 4, and it was just going to be whichever one of us survived to the line, and he survived. It was a great run though.
It was an awesome run, Josh. So good to talk to you here on the post race again. About 5 feet short, I would say, probably less than that. They're getting a checkered flag here tonight, but a second place run for a guy who's been up front. You got taken out late here last time we did this. Yeah. You finally get your due on the podium, man. I give you the full one more time here live tonight, exclusively on YouTube with Full Velocity. A great crowd watching. Whoever out there may be watching for you out there supporting your adventures, give them a little shout.
Well, thanks to you guys first for doing this broadcasting. You guys do a great job, and I can't wait to check it out later on and relive it myself. But thanks to the Hobo guys and, of course, the STR guys for putting this on tonight. And like you said, it's a different gig when you're not racing for points. You can kind of put a little more on the line and maybe be a little more aggressive than you might be in a lot of other races. But tonight was just a really good race all around. I think a lot of guys did give a lot of give and take, and on a track that can get tough. So it was a good race, and thanks for everybody for tuning in tonight, and hopefully we'll do this again very soon.
I absolutely agree. I know we'll be back here with the gang at Hobo on Tuesday nights coming up, I believe, this week. So there you have it, folks. Some trackside tonight. BladeNo.com post-race show. We do the runner-up last here, but I want to make sure we got our Jim out there. We got Josh Boyer in the runner-up spot. No, he's always gracious. He finished up second tonight. They proved that we can still have great racing in this old game in NR2003, where a lot of guys said, hey, the good races is gone, the good drivers are gone. We proved them wrong here tonight. An awesome race by all these guys. And really good you gang have all joined us aboard tonight with YouTube. Got to thank Fred Hill, of course, from STR, Jim Winjow, Steve Rubino, Danny Rubino, the entire gang at Hobo. Always great partners as always. Got to thank all you guys out there, guys and gals, for watching here. The Hobo family, the STR family on YouTube. And also got to say thank you to Jack for his work tonight. Todd Stanton, Ron Piles, Martin Karch, all the gang at the Full Velocity Racing Network for great sponsors once again. Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, BladeNo.com, South Texas Speedway, Mudstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and finally our buddy Full Throttle with the Gent, old Brendan Spadafora. Bill LaCasse here, going to sign off from Thompson. We'll see you back here live tomorrow night. We go back iRacing in the dirt, final race of the Max Dorado Motorsports Street Stock Challenge will come live at about 9 p.m. tomorrow night. So for Jack, I'm Phil. We'll see you back here live on your source for esports racing. Have a great night, everybody.